You're right there, ladies and gents, how is it going? Well, I'm out on Daffy, as you can see. It's a grey day and horrible, but it's great to play motorcycles, so bike by bike, that's what we're all about.
Keep that bike. Rubber side down.
Today I've actually got a topic for you. I don't normally do topics, I don't normally plan anything that I say. It just kind of falls out of my mouth, and that's probably why I have so few subscribers. But yes, I've got a topic for you, and it is those average speed cameras. Yes, I've heard that we are getting a wedge of them in Surrey on the A24 between Dorking and Bear Green, I think is the line they're going to be running down. I'm very much anti this sort of draconian enforcement of speed and stuff like that, and it might seem silly to be so anti it when the rules are the rules. We're not supposed to go faster than the speed limits and stuff like that, and they're set for our safety and all that sort of stuff supposedly, but really and truly a lot of these speeds that they're setting for us are a bit wrong in the first place. Case in point, the little stretch between Dorking and Bear Green, when I was younger it used to be a national speed limit, so you could go down there at 70 miles an hour, and that was absolutely fine. Now I know we've got a lot more traffic these days, and that does add a percentage to the accident rate, but we've also got better cars. And I don't just mean because they've got crumple zones and they're safer if you do crash. I mean, they're actually better cars. I mean, they've got much better tyre technology. We've got ABS, we've got traction control, we've got lane assist, we've got all the different driver and rider aids and all that sort of stuff available to us. With them becoming mandatory in new vehicles and stuff like that, what is the point in putting these draconian speed limits in place, especially when supposedly modern cars are going to have a speed limiter to stop them actually being able to speed, although I like to see them get that right. Even when one's looking at the signpost, it still gets wrong on my Transit. But yeah, so we've got these average speed cameras coming along to this stretch of road, but it's no longer a national speed limit. It's got reduced down to 60 many moons ago, and then reduced down to 50 as well many moons ago. And it seems that dropping the speed limit hasn't reduced the amount of accidents on there, because people can't drive, people are idiots. Yeah, I mean, otherwise there's no reason for enforcing such draconian measures, in my opinion. I mean, if they've dropped the speed 20 miles per hour and there's people are still having accidents, then speed isn't the cause. Speed isn't the cause, it's observations and reading the road ahead, which is training and educating people to actually learn to drive properly. Yeah. So it's, in my opinion, it's just a cash cow. It's just a cash cow because they reckon that we're driving dangerously. I've never seen an accident on that road, and I've been going up and down that road all my life, 50 bloody years. 50 blooming years. So yes, as far as I'm concerned, that is not a dangerous road. Don't get me wrong, there have been accidents on there, but I've never seen one. And in 50 years, that would suggest that there's quite a low accident rate, really, isn't it? I mean, it's a dual carriageway road as well, so it's even less reason for it to have a 50. And when this road here is a 40 mile an hour, and it's a winding, tight, twisty, country, nadgery road, and then they give you a dual carriageway and say it's a 50. It's absolute BS, mate. It's BS. Got to be careful around here. We've got a little bit of ice down on the road. So what are your thoughts then on these average speed cameras and the draconian measures and money grabbing tactics, or do you see them as more a way to help people be better people? Are you someone that does not like speed? Yes, there are a few of you. But speed is seldom the issue. It's people. And I guess what they're doing is taking the easy option maybe, and going with let's stop everyone from driving at speeds that they're perfectly capable of driving at, because there's a couple of people that can't. Maybe that's what you think. Maybe that's what you think. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I do think that it's a valid discussion. It's a valid discussion, and one of my main problems with it is that what it'll end up doing is taking traffic away from the main road, the road that's designed for lots of traffic and travelling a little bit swifter, and it will put them all on roads like this, which scoot around those dual carriageways. And because these are 40s, people will tear along here at much faster than the 40, just because no average speed cameras. So it's a funny old game, isn't it? It's a funny old game. It will make the countryside more cluttered with traffic. It will make accidents happen in the countryside, which is even harder for the police and fire service and ambulances to get to. And yeah, it will just completely destroy the point of bypass type roads, dual carriageway type roads that are designed for swift traffic and transport. Crazy. So although this is the road, it's not going to be this stretch, I don't think, that will be affected, which is quite good in my opinion, because we've only really got this junction here where people cross it. There is another little farm track or a side road, country road, a little bit further down, but generally speaking this is a clear road all the way along it with no junctions or anything like that. So if they end up putting the average speed cameras along here, that is just money grabbing. It's just money grabbing. But this will be where it is, I think. This will be where it is as we come into this little 50 moment, which should be a national speed limit. Yeah, they've already put traffic management in place along this road here. They've turned it into a pretend single carriageway, this little junction here, which I'm sure is a dodgy junction because it is off a curb. And then again we've got the way into Bear Green here, which there's a lot of traffic crossing the road into there, but there's good line of sight on that, and I've never really seen that being much of an issue. I might be wrong. I mean, I haven't looked at the stats for accidents along this road. I'm just going by experience, and I've seen accidents in other places that have got very low speed limits and I've not seen any here which have just got progressively lower speed limits and now getting a bunch of average speed cameras all along it. But with respectful riding or driving and just paying attention, there's no reason for this road to be as dangerous as they are saying it is, to require this speed moderation. I guess one of the problems is money. Our councils are going bankrupt practically due to mismanagement of funds and just crazy incompetent people having the reins on these places, and it's meant that there's no money to fund the police services and stuff like that, which are actually probably the biggest drain on the budgets for the local councils and what have you. So it's cheaper for them to put in a bunch of average speed cameras all the way along a road than it is for them to get those the speed patrol vans sitting at the side of the road all painted yellow. And with the average speed cameras, it's a permanent fixture, isn't it? So it's forever generating revenue for them, or paying for itself, whatever way they want to look at it. So personally, I can't really see any upside to doing it other than saving the council some money, and what we should do instead is sack the councils and actually get some competent people into them. Then quite possibly our councils will do better, make more money, and actually be able to afford to have a decent police force instead of automated machines that capture speeders instead of real hardened criminals. Yeah, it's crazy world. So the upside is that yeah, it saves the council some money, and that never transpires to saving us money as plebs on the streets. So yeah, no money saving there for me. Thank you very much, council. A downside, I guess, for me is it's going to make the country roads busier and therefore in a worse state. They're going to fall apart more, which means they'll have to chip them more often to repair them, which means we have loose chippings all across our country roads. Brilliant stuff. And more traffic on them and more accidents because people will speed down the 40-mile-an-hour ones to avoid the average speed cameras on the 50-mile-an-hour dual carriageways. Go on, counter me someone in the comments. Counter me in the comments. tell me where I am wrong. So if you found this interesting as a discussion, please do put your point down below. I would very much like to hear it. I'll try not to get all keyboard warrior on you if I believe you are wrong. But if it's different from my opinion, I'm gonna be thinking you're wrong unless you prove me otherwise. So yes, drop down that comment, and if you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a big old thumbs up. If you didn't, if you think I'm talking absolute out my arsehole, then you may as well give it a little thumbs down. I do not mind at all. But please do drop that comment in. Let me know why you think what you think. Anyhow, are you ride safe? Take care, and we shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that bar.
All the traffic lights.
Rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bar. Rubber side down.